For me, it mainly is I've always been very passionate. So, I'm a optimist about how technology can make a difference, and so I focus on that, and that way you kind of tend to forget about the other things. The rest is noise. So, in some ways,
optimism is your solution.
Interesting to ask, what did you dream about when there was time to dream about tomorrow for you? Were you just sitting waiting to take on the world, or?
There was a couple of things I did, not for fun, but I did dream of, just like I'm sure like many Indians dreamt of being a cricketer. I used to be a huge.
You did?
Yeah, I used to be a huge fan of. Sorry, I'm old, but I used to be a huge fan of Gavaskar. When he was playing. And later on Sachin when he played, but so I always had a dream. On a more serious note, I always loved technology growing up, and so I had dreams of just not exactly what I would do, but I wanted to at that time, I used to read about what was happening in Silicon Valley, and I wanted to go be a part of it. So I didn't exactly dream a career as much as a destination. And absolutely. I would actually encourage all of you. If at some point in your life, you have to work with people where you feel a bit insecure. Right? That's essential, because that means you're working with people who are better than you and who are pushing you. Right? And so I always encourage, if you actually feel very secure in what you do, that means you're doing something comfortable and you're not pushing yourself. And so there are many times I've felt working with people in a group, am I doing enough? These people seem much better than me, and I think that's an inherent part of learning. Being in the US, I find people take a remarkably varied number of paths, and so I do think it's important to follow your dream and do something which you're excited by. So I think if you follow your heart and do what you like, you will always do much better. And so I don't think it matters that you're an engineer or you're in science, or it could be in any field. And I think you're a good example of having gone to IAM and switching and being at that time I distinctly was impressed by the fact that you were bold enough to do something like that. But I think it's phenomenal. You did something which you followed your heart, and I think those are examples.
In my generation, to fail was to commit a crime. And yet what you're talking about is go do what you want, and there's always comebacks, aren't there?
That's right, yeah. And, I think that's how, in Silicon Valley, part of the reason so many people start up a company is, starting up a company and even having failed, you can wear it like a badge of honor, right? And I think that's important, culturally, risk is rewarded. I remember when I started working at Google, if I went and, people were discussing ideas, the other people who heard the ideas try to build on those ideas. They encourage you. So it's a culture of optimism. It's a culture of risk-taking, and I think that's really important. So.